Hello everyone, welcome back to Madridista Notes. Alright, then let's talk about Liverpool versus Real Madrid. It's the round of 16 of the Champions League, and two giants of the European competition are coming face to face tonight in the round of 16 of Champions League. So, the probable lineup, what it looks like in this pick is, I think, what it's gonna be. I feel like this is gonna be the lineup from both the teams. What the changes that can come are mostly, I think, in the 11 of Liverpool. There might be one change that can happen is in place of Matip, there can be Gomez. But I think other than that, this team looks like the nail-on team that Liverpool might be fielding tonight. In goal, of course, Alison Baker, back four consisting of, I think it will be Alexander Arnold, Gomez, Van Dijk, and Robertson. In midfield, the young teenager Budzetic, Fabinho, and Henderson. And in attack, it will be Diogo Jota, Gakpo, and Salah because the fitness of Nunez is not, I think he's not at 100%, and I doubt that Jurgen Klopp is going to really risk Nunez for this match. I think Nunez will come as an impact substitute in the second half to run against the tired legs of Carvajal and cause havoc down the right hand side of our defense. And I think that's why Jota will start, and he's not some player that you can scoff at. He is a really, really good player, but he hasn't been really fit for most of the season this season, and that is one of the reasons Liverpool has been really struggling this season because many of their players have been injured for long periods of time, like Jota. Still, Diaz is still injured. Van Dijk has only recently come back from injury. So they have been having to deal with injury concerns, and it's not like we are not dealing with our injury concerns. Tony Cruz is out with sickness as well as Chouameni. He has the flu. Mendy is out for I think 1 more month, so there is no Farland Mendy in the left back as well. There were some doubts with Benzema, but I think he will be ready to start the game. And I think our 11 is gonna be as we see on the screen: Courtois in goal, back four of Carvajal, Militao, Rudiger, Alaba slotting in as the left back. I don't think Kamavinga is gonna be used by Ancelotti as the left back because we need a number six in that position. And with Tony Cruz and Chouameni both not fit, for this game, Kamavinga will take that place as the number six. Ceballos has been in great form, has been in really, really encouraging form. I have been really enjoying his football in the midfield recently after the World Cup, and I think he deserves to start this match. I think Ancelotti might go with Valverde and Modric in the midfield, but what we have seen is Valverde getting back into his goal scoring form in the recent matches from that right wing position slash right midfield because he is not what you call someone who is a right winger in the traditional sense. So he's not going to be a proper right winger, but he's going to be occupying that right side of that Real Madrid's midfield and attacking side. And whenever he can, he will try to pop up with a shot. And I think we need him on that side because Asensio has shown some kind of a resurgence in form recently, once or twice, but I wouldn't be really trusting Asensio with that in this kind of major game if we don't have any other option. As we have a really great option in Fede Valverde, I think Carlo Ancelotti trusts him more on this place than Asensio and Rodrigo. I think Ancelotti is going to use him like he used Rodrigo in the last season's Champions League as impact sub, and what an impact sub Rodrigo has turned out to be. He is a great player to come off the bench, and you need some weapons to come off the bench if you are on the back foot, or if you need to change something, or if you need to put pressure on the opposition. So I think you need to preserve some weapons of yourself in on the bench, and Rodrigo is going to be one of those weapons. So I expect Sebastian Modric to start alongside Camavinga in the midfield. And in forward line, of course, Benzema and Vinicius. Vinicius has scored some goals recently, as well as Benzema and Valverde. So we were going into this match in better form. After the World Cup, our form hasn't been really stable. We have been winning but losing too. We have really lagged behind Barcelona in the La Liga title race. And I think with 8 points gap, Ancelotti will be more attuned to focus on the Champions League and the Copa del Rey. Of course, Champions League will take the most attention for of Real Madrid, and Real Madrid fans, Real Madrid management, Real Madrid players. Everyone comes alive when it's the Champions League night. So I think it's going to be a great match, and it's going to be a great, really great competition between really two really great teams. So let's check out the recent form of both teams. As far as team form goes, Real Madrid has come back to in some kind of form recently after the disappointing loss against Mallorca. That was a disastrous match for Real Madrid that really questioned some attitude problems from our players, but we rectified that disgraceful performance after winning the Club World Cup Championship, where we showed that we can score goals, and that gave some confidence to Valverde and some other players, because the goals and the form that they showed has continued against the match against Elche and Osasuna, where we were struggling, but that never die attitude of Real Madrid had come into play after the 70th minute, and we scored two goals after getting abused. Vinicius was getting abused by the Osasuna fan base, and they were really on our faces. So that kind of atmosphere, I think, really prepared us for this match against Liverpool, because Liverpool Stadium and field with their mythical atmosphere, hype, and everything, they are gonna be up for it. They are gonna be up for this Champions League night. So I think we should be ready. It's Real Madrid. It's the Champions League. We are not some really amateur team who will get swept up by the atmosphere of the Anfield stadium. So still, that's a really great atmosphere. They create a really good atmosphere. They encourage their teams until the bitter end. So I applaud that. But Real Madrid is Real Madrid, and we should focus on our game more. Let's check out the Liverpool's form in the last five matches. You can see they are some kind of getting back into some kind of form after defeating Everton in the local Merseyside derby, and against Newcastle United, who is a potential top four rival. They have defeated both of them 2-0 defeats. Some players are coming back from injuries, like Van Dijk, like Diogo Jota. They have found a gem in their midfield from their academy, Bazetic, who is showing a lot of technical quality. And I think he is someone we should keep an eye on, because he is an unknown. He is someone can cause something special. He is someone that we haven't really played against, and we shouldn't really take we should really take it into account when we are playing this Liverpool team. The midfield of Fabinho and Henderson, we know them. We know most of this Liverpool team. I only see one new face, and that's Bazitic. We will see how he does against this Real Madrid team in this occasion, in the Champions League occasion under the lights. We will see how both teams perform, to be honest. But I expect a really highly intense match, a really closely fought match. It will be really um, the battle. The I don't think the tie will be defined tonight. I think the second leg that's gonna be at the Bernabeu is gonna play a massive important role as always, and I don't can't really see how this match is gonna go because Liverpool is really weird team this season because of their history, because of Jurgen Klopp, because of this Liverpool team, how they have um, performed in the Champions League in recent times in last 5 years. I cannot really say that they are someone that Real Madrid will beat without much of a problem. But if you see the kind of form, the kind of level of football they have shown throughout this season, it's not the Liverpool of the old. So it's a really weird time to play Liverpool because they have been playing like shit since the World Cup. To be honest, after the World Cup, they have played even really, really bad. They had been losing against every other team. But so has Real Madrid. We have struggled against a lot of teams, but not to the level of Liverpool. But in the recent times, in the last two matches, as we can see, Liverpool has come back into some kind of form. So that's why it's so difficult to predict how this match is gonna be. But as a Real Madrid fan, of course, I'm gonna go with a positive result, and I will. I think no. I think I feel like this match can turn out to be a draw, like Liverpool at home, Real Madrid away, and Liverpool getting back to in some kind of form. Some players coming back from injury, they are having the feel good factor right now. Maybe I think I'll go for a 2-2 draw. So let's check out the injury list of both teams right now. Right now, Toni Kroos, Mariano Diaz, Falan Mendy, and Aurelien Chouameni are out, definitely out from this Real Madrid team. And for Liverpool, Thiago Alcantara, really huge miss for Liverpool because he is someone who orchestrates that midfield and he's really important for this Liverpool midfield. Luis Diaz, who has been injured for some time now, so yeah, we weren't really expecting him to come back for this match, and I think he won't be even fit for the second leg of Real Madrid. Ibrahim Konate, a powerhouse of a defender for Liverpool, and I was really a little bit concerned about him because he is a really good defender. I really like him. Ibrahim Konate, he's out. Darwin Nunes, I think he will be fit enough to start from the bench. I think he will be used as a impact substitute. Arthur, he's a non-entity. Liverpool, since they have brought him on loan from Juventus, he has been most of the time out through injury. So it doesn't matter much. Calvin Ramsey, I don't have much of a opinion on him because I don't watch Liverpool that many times unless it's one of the big clashes between Liverpool, Man U, Manchester United, Liverpool, Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, that kind of matches. And the Champions League statistics. Let's check out some um, top scorers for Real Madrid in this edition of Champions League 2022-2023. Vinicius Junior is the top scorer with 4 goals. Oh, Mohamed Salah with 7 goals. Wasn't expecting that. I think he is one of the players with the most goals scored. I'm guessing both has played 6 matches, both has assisted 1 goals each. And today there is gonna be one more match, and that's gonna be Frankfurt versus Napoli, another really interesting match. But so those are the team news and injury news from both Real Madrid and Liverpool. So it's gonna be a really closely what's the word here, contested match, and I think the team, of course, who are gonna be the more clinical of the teams are gonna be come out of the this tie with the W, because last season, as you guys can remember, it didn't matter how much you dominated the Real Madrid team during with your possessional football, or how much you went ahead with your attack, wave after wave of attack. We withered, we dug our heels in, and we hurt them where it hurt the most. And when we went for the kill, we went for the kill. It was every single tie. The everyone really didn't really think that Real Madrid could come back from the kind of adversaries after going, especially the match against Manchester City, and how we were getting really dominated by PSG in the first leg, and then in the second leg we weren't really being able to express ourselves as much as we wanted. But still, we came out as the victorious side in the end. And in the Chelsea first leg, I think we really, really played a great match of football in the first leg. But in the second leg, Chelsea really came back with a vengeance. But in the end, we took care of business. And against Manchester City, oh, it was really the we kept our nerve and we pushed them until the end, and they really crumbled at the end at the Santiago Bernabeu. Oh, we have that belief in Champions League nights, and we this is Real Madrid. And in the final, I think it was a comfortable enough victory for Real Madrid against Liverpool. But this year, this season, is going to be totally different because last season there were some teams who were in really, really good form going into the Champions League, like Manchester City, like Liverpool. There was even PSG. Everyone had them as favorites, but this season I don't see as a clear favorite this season. PSG, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Manchester City, whoever you say, I don't see someone who can be chosen as favorites for the Champions League. Every single team can really, really, I don't know. They can. Everyone can see that there is an opportunity here, even if you are not at your best. Not any. I don't see a single team in the Champions League who are right now in the round of 16, other than Napoli, who are at their best. So it's anyone's game. Anyone can win this year's edition of Champions League. There can be a really shock winner this season too. I don't see the traditional really big teams are that kind of strong this season. They are not really at the top of their game. So a surprise winner can come out. It's like the times of Porto. It's like those times where you could see someone out of the big teams, like even Borussia Dortmund. They are playing well. They are playing. They are right now leading against Chelsea. So I think this year's Champions League is really it's I don't know, it's unpredictable. It's gonna be really unpredictable. I really cannot predict clear favorite for this season's Champions League. Hopefully, we deal with Liverpool in the first leg well enough, and then in the second leg and the Santiago Bernabeu. Then from there we can take it match by match, round after round. We shouldn't be looking too far ahead. The defensive structure, the defensive shape of Real Madrid. Sometimes they leave a lot to be desired with. Even though Militao is a really solid defender, but with Rudiger, I think he is right now building chemistry like he built with Alaba last season. I think if everyone was free, everyone was fit enough, Carlo Ancelotti would have gone with the Militao Alaba partnership with Falan Mendy as the left back. But as we don't have that luxury right now, Alaba has to um, move to the left back role and play there. So we have to hope that Rudiger and Militao's partnership can hold on, because their partnership has looked a little bit of shaky sometimes, but I think with more game time under their belts, with more game time playing alongside each other, their partnership, their communication has gotten better. And Carvajal, he is one of the weakest links of this Real Madrid team with Jota, with Nunes. He will have a horrid time. I can already envision it that he's gonna have a difficult time. So Valverde and Modric will have to help him out a lot on that right side position. So we can contain, because I think that Liverpool are gonna um, target him, because he has been the right side of our defense has been the weakest link. That's where the opposition can break you down. They will try going through that right side, and with Valverde I am more or less a little bit calm about that situation. He has the stamina, he has the lung capacity to really help out Carvajal on that right hand side to deal with the Liverpool onslaught. In midfield, Camavinga, Modric, Ceballos is a strong enough midfield to deal with that Liverpool midfield. I think we should dominate the midfield battle with Fabinho, Henderson. They are not some midfielders who has been in great shape or form in this season. So I think Modric, even though he hasn't been shown his best level yet after the World Cup, but Camavinga and Ceballos has been in good form match after match. They have shown consistency in their football, and I hope they keep that going on. So I think in the midfield battle, I would, and Valverde will slide in on the right midfield side. So I think we should have the superiority in that midfield, and with the midfield secured, I think we should really put pressure on that Liverpool's defense, because they have been I don't know, they have been really really destroyed in recent times, even by teams like Wolves, like Brighton, and some other teams. So it's not like their defense is something really sturdy, in at least at this point of time. I expect that if we put enough pressure on this defense, they will crack. And we need to score. We need to score the early game. And when Liverpool tries to get even, we should look for those counter-attacking opportunities. As much space Vinicius gets, he will create as much havoc on that Liverpool's defense. And when Vinicius can, it's not like Vinicius needs abundance of space to be effective. He is a really, really good dribbler, and in tight spaces, he can be really effective too. He is someone really talented with his feet, and but the problem with Vinicius is he sometimes gets a little bit, I don't know, not as clinical as we expect him to be. But I hope that with the Champions League and with the confidence against Liverpool that he has garnered in last year's final, his goal was the Champions League final winning goal. So I think he will take courage, and seeing that Liverpool, he will be up for it. He will be up for it, and of course Benzema will be up for it too. So all in all, um, still still it's so difficult, it's difficult to call, because Liverpool have their own weapons in attack. They have Salah, they have Gakpo, they have Jota. Gakpo, who has been hit in World Cup recently. The problem with Real Madrid is a little bit right now we have some concerns in that defense. But I would be really worried about their pressing schemes. But we have the players to come out those presses and hit them where it hurts them the most. When you get out of their press, you find a lot of space in behind, and that's where we can really hurt Liverpool. So I think when it comes to the bench, I think Real Madrid has a little bit of. We right now don't have the depth because of the injuries, but we have some young, really refreshing, talented players. We saw what Alvaro Rodriguez, against Osasuna. He came on as a substitute. He almost assisted two goals. One of them were flagged out for offside, but in that really short amount of time, he has shown that he is capable of giving an impact. He is someone we can use as an impact sub in the last 10 minutes of the game because he is physically strong, he can hold up the ball well, and he can bring others into play. He has got a good level of feet. He is good with his feet. So I think that with Alvaro Rodriguez, Arribas, we have some options on the bench. Alvaro Rodriguez, Arribas, of course, from Castilla. There are some players who are really lighting it up for Castilla, and Carlo Ancelotti, I don't think really puts that much will put that much um, of responsibility on their shoulders, but they can really work well as impact substitutes. Like when Camavinga was a relative unknown entity in the Champions League, when Rodrigo was the same last season, we saw they gave us the spark that got us over the line. These young players, they can be the unknown quantities. They can be those variables that can help us give that can give us that extra bit of something that can get us over the line. So I am expecting a really well contested match, but in the end, of course, as Real Madrid fan, I'm expecting a Real Madrid win at the end of the day. But my prediction is a draw 2-2. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, we have a great night against Liverpool at the Anfield tonight and come out of that with a really positive results. Have a good day, good night, wherever you are. See you next time. Hala Madrid.